that, but we also have TSM, who are known for not performing on LAN, and they really need a result as well.
Yeah, well, and obviously you've had, well, every team in the lower bracket has something to show for themselves. DP had a really lackluster first day. They need to come out strong, show that they're not going to get knocked out. So they're going to have TSM to face up against, who, as you said, have that stigma around them that they can't really perform.
But the pistol round's already underway. Our knife round happened during the analyst desk, and Titan already. There's Kenny S in behind the smoke on the box at ramp, takes down Edward easily. Maniac catches out Flamey, who had an excellent day yesterday, and Maniac's not done. He's going to take down Guardian as well, and there you go. Titan's going to pick up round one. And of course, obviously, starting CT side, they also picked up the knife round, so good start all around for them, and already Kenny S going right for the scout.
Yeah, not too surprising. Kenny S can do loads of damage with any sort of sniper, really. And the big thing for them right now is really knowing how to handle a Tech 9 eco. You can see NaVi picking up 3 Tech 9. Surprised that they actually don't go for just full-on 5, but they want the flashes. So we're probably going to see a sudden execute towards the B bomb side here, or might actually be a B split.
Oh, and Apex is already pushed up through mid. He's going to catch out that they have Tech 9s with 2 men firing away at him. He falls back, and oh, wow, Maniac on Cat actually got one, but Edward instantly responds to him. Apex, though, re-peaks and takes down one. And he's another player that has to be strong again today. He was excellent on Mirage, on Cash yesterday, very good at controlling the mid passively. Now he's gonna have to come up strong again, and Existence will take down Flamey. So it's all just left to Edward, and that Tech 9 will drop in the form of a M4 shot from Kenny.
Yeah, overall solid anti-eco from Titan, everyone getting in on the action. Only Maniac going down. So they'll be very happy about how that played out. Now NaVi obviously going to have to do a full eco. They want to get up to those orbs, and I think a lot of this map is going to come down to the duel of Kenny S versus Guardian. That's going to be the big thing for both teams.
And it's actually interesting. I'm really excited to see that battle because, well, hang on, because we got a B-Rush coming in. That nade's going to go out and do some good damage. Edward down already, an RPK holding. This is what we need from RPK. He needs to start because he hasn't been his old self. Of course, he says he needs to be a support player on this team. Well, that's great support right there. In fact, that's a great hold, and Apex takes down Zeus. All 5 dropped with only RPK going down after the hat trick. But the point I was going to make is Kenny S says Guardian is the op that he is the most, I won't say scared, but challenged playing against, because Guardian's very smart in the way he plays.
His most respected opponent.
Right, for sure.
Yeah. And you can definitely understand why when you see Guardian play, because he has games where he just turns everything around and it's just a Guardian show. He'll literally pick apart any team on a good day.
And particularly on this map, his mid pick from the T side is awesome, but we've got a split going on, and not really, it's 4 to A, 1 at C's controlling that mid, but already Kenny's got Flamey with his op out, and this is the first gun round, so very important for NaVi to get this one. They want to get back into it early.
And curiously enough, Titan opted not to really contest that long control, so they clearly feel confident that Kenny can handle pretty much anything that comes at him from long, and he'll have Maniac to back him up. But Edward is going to catch Maniac out, so equalizing the score for now, 4-on-4.
We've still got 2 players coming up. Cat bombs in the hands of Guardian. He's there. Zeus being the second, his partner in crime, but Kenny's readdressing his angle. He's on the edge of the ledge, and just barely missing out on that shot. Takes a little bit of damage as a result. He'll nade it off and then drop down. Fall over toward mid where his smoke's gone out, but that's a fake. That's not going to be a mid-B split, so they've got to actually read this quickly. RPK's trying to rotate back around. Kenny, though, no, pardon me, it's Existence that actually takes down C's. I thought Kenny was going to get that shot, so Existence pushes down the lower B tunnels. Good aggression. This funnels them out, but they're going to play for a retake because they've completely given up A as a result.
Yeah, this is actually a really cool idea from Titan. As soon as they gave up control over the A bomb site, you had Existence pushing aggressively into upper dark. So even though they lose map control over the A bomb site, they regain everything else.
So bomb planted for Cat, but no one really in that position to hold it. They'll just have to watch all of the Titan players come from that angle, but Zeus has a good eye on it. He's already found 2, and there it is. Edward takes down Existence, and the crowd are already into it. They're extremely happy that the first gun round has gone to NaVi. And that means that Titan, a little bit of economy built up, does get guns out, but now they're fragile.
Yeah, we're actually seeing 2 ops right now, and this is a bit of a gamble from Titan. It's a massive investment. At first, I thought Existence would surely buy that up and drop it off for Kenny, but they're going to do the same boost that they did versus NIP.
Unfortunately, they never found the shot versus NIP. It was a good effort, and right here, again, Existence can't find the angle. There's a player there, but he can't see him. That flashbang invites him to drop down and change his angle. He'll head over toward B. Kenny's still at A. Apex falling back to cover the long, so Kenny actually wants to cover off on short again. But right now, NaVi's not really peeking anywhere. They're just setting up and trying to get a read on the defense. That flash might give them some indication. Apex rotating across and heads over toward B, so it's 3 B side. If NaVi are aware of this, they might be able to get up Cat, and with that shot on Tenny by Zeus, now they've got a real opportunity to push forward. They're going to have to play this reverse angle. Maniac's not coming back, though. He's still concerned that there's going to be a player coming from long, and that's Edward that's there as Apex tries to come up from the ramp. Bomb still not down. Guardian just getting to the site now. Flamey's lurking back, wants to take out rotators. Apex, though, there's Zeus down, so he is playing this angle. Edward needs to come out now. He's being too slow checking his angles because Maniac's getting shots toward the site. Finally, he goes down. Apex comes up, though. Guardian's going to hold this bomb. It is planted, and RPK takes down Flamey. Apex drops Edward. It's looking good. Titan all of a sudden in a great position. They know exactly where Guardian is, and he's in a hurting position because they've got him from all angles. RPK, the final kill, and they've already got the defuse underway.
Yeah, just the way we saw NaVi having a really solid after-plant position in the previous round, this was just a really good retake from Titan. And I agree, I think Edward actually spent too much time outside a long cave there. He didn't really put any pressure on Maniac. Maniac was able to buy enough room for Apex to push up slope there, and he got 2 frags off of it.
Yeah, I mean, even just putting pressure out and coming out early, even if you don't get the kill, you can tell your teammates where he is. If he is pushed up where Edward thought he was, they have time. Whereas he didn't do anything, so watch out, though. Here's Guardian, there's that mid-pick, but oh, Kenny gets the better of it. Here's the French style.
Apex.
And Apex, yeah, pushing up mid on the invitation from Kenny, the opening that he created, but Edward's going to find him, drops him down immediately, so we're back to 4-on-4. And decent damage dealt to NaVi. Edward down to 75, Flamey 47. He's got the op now because Guardian dropped. He went back to pick it up. Kenny's still watching. This smoke's out, though, so they may get back across, and there you go. The bomb is going to go by, and he doesn't see the second player either. Yeah. Luckily, though, RPK's still at B.
Yeah, he's all set. RPK doesn't have any nades left at this point, though, so he needs some sort of backup, and you can see Existence already rotating over, and he's got every nade in the book, so far looking pretty good for Titan. And again, like, they refuse to contest long. They'll just let NaVi have it, and you can see Flamey's just well posted up in that pit.
Well, this is the interesting thing because NaVi's taking their time. We're heading toward B. Now they fall back through the tunnels. That one smoke out at Tons meant that they had no read, they had no information, no line of sight, so they'll fall back over to Cat. But Kenny again second-guessing himself. He was there originally. Now he's back in CT, not sure. He's waiting for a call. It's going to be Maniac that makes it. Pop flashing out, but spraying away. Seized already looking at the angle. It doesn't matter if he can see because the smarts are there. Seized, though, will drop. Kenny gets the cross. No smoke to cover it off, and they're going to go, oh, he saw his head, but he couldn't get the shot. He will go for the plant. Kenny's hoping he repeaks this. Preemptive shot, fires away, no luck, though. And Edward on Catwalk is going to find RPK, so a rotator down. It's only 2 left for Titan to try and retake this site. That bomb continues to tick. Flamey's at long with the op. He'll be able to watch this, and Titan's going to take the invitation to run away and hide and save their weapons.
Yeah, that's the best thing they can do, really. They had no real information about where anyone from NaVi was except for Edward. And that would have been an insanely hard retake to do. I'm actually kind of surprised. You talked about it. Kenny has second-guessing himself. That actually became a really big issue for Titan. It's Maniac holding 4 different angles for himself.
One of the things I've also found interesting in this game that we haven't touched on is they are quick boosting Cat occasionally, but they aren't doing it from the boxes. They're doing it from Elevator, which lets Kenny get back to long a lot quicker. I think that's really smart. I haven't seen that too commonly, that they'll try and basically come up with a compromise so both people can be in position quicker.
Yeah, exactly.
So quite smart there from Titan. Tech 9, full Glock for Guardian. Head armor to go with it. But an op in the hands of Flamey. They're going to leave it with him because he had the spawn to get to the A long. No one's going to be peeking him, though. They're waiting for this gap. They want to try and find a way to get through. But they are smoked off. They won't get the information. And look at what Titan does as a response. Kenny's going to push up into tunnels. RPK's going to join him. This will funnel out the offense. They'll be able to read exactly what NaVi's up to. Seized is holding the angle. Early nade out does a little bit of damage to Kenny. But he's going to have to be so careful as the rest of the team is waiting in CT for this call, and RPK's going to push it. Seized isn't looking. This is a free kill. Or is it? Oh, not quite sure. He didn't hold the trigger long enough, but there it is. Swaps for the M4. Now he knows they're all coming. He saw them coming back from long all the way out towards T-spawn, so here comes the rotate. Existence coming around. Kenny's going to get immediately inside the site, and RPK's going to have to be strong. Zeus is actually going to curl off, though. They want to get back in mid because they know this rotation has to be coming based on RPK's call.
Right now, NaVi just left scrambling, really. Initially, it looked like they had a really good take as to where they wanted to go towards the A bomb site. As soon as Seas went down, they lost map control and immediately felt insecure about where they wanted to go.
Maniac, oh, gets caught, or does he? Puts that pop flash out, but Zeus pushes past it, so it won't blind him. And the AK bests the 5-7 in that regard. So Apex will use that high smoke again, try and peek under it from the ramp, but they're both coming from Cat. Or are they? They're going to fall back. RPK's got them busy, so they're distracted for the minute. They got to make a decision, but RPK's not even going to let them have time to think. Both heads are down. You can't think without a brain, and RPK looking great so far.
And NaVi looking a bit scrambled, really. They just kind of ran around everywhere, and I thought they initially could have just stuck with their plan, moving out towards long. It's been very clear so far that Titan are not interested in actually contesting long, and they're happy to let either Kenny or Maniac, Apex, whoever, really just play that from sight and go for retakes. And even though that's an invitation for NaVi, I think that's an invitation that NaVi should accept.
Apex again. Titan getting very aggressive on these cat and mid pushes to try and get information. Almost another chance there to fire away at lower tunnels. They won't get it. Now they'll smoke off the doors. That gives a little bit of time to readjust his angle with that op, but not able to find the shot. So Apex is smoked off, but he'll stay up close. No pressure on him just yet. Seized is just on the other side of that corner, though, so this could be an exchange, and he's actually going to flash it. Apex completely blind, but luckily Maniac was reading that and came around to at least get the trade for Titan. So 1-1 down, 4-on-4 remain. Maniac going to now fall down into CT spawn and try and support out this mid. So again, constant rotations from Titan. They're trying to play off each other well. So far it's been working. NaVi's just been going to mid.
Exactly, he's going really well. And well, as Maniac picks up Suze right there. Whenever Titan opts to really give up that long control and focus on catwalk, they're making sure that they push out and try to get information other places on the map, so they always know or have a faint idea of what NaVi are doing. And right now that's paying off in big time.
The other thing is they're being disciplined. Obviously that one round Kenny second-guessed himself, but this round 2-2 split, they're not moving. They don't want to. They know that they haven't got a read yet on NaVi, and there's no reason for them to try and panic out. So Kenny's still here, and that's going to be a problem. Flamey already down to that first op shot. Oh, Kenny second guesses though and looks toward long. Not sure there was going to be a second player in the form of Guardian, and he drops him. But there it is. RPK and Maniac collect the round. Edward at least took down one more. So they get some guns out of Titan's hands, but they drop yet another round.
They're doing somewhat surprisingly, Existence hold on to his AWP instead of dropping that for Kenny. So Kenny's going to be glass cannon AWPing for this upcoming round. But that said, NaVi are on an eco, and this should, by all means, be a Titan round. But we've seen things happen with pistols in CSGO.
Again, Apex through the mid doors. Guardian hasn't been able to get out that op. That one time he tried to take that mid fight, Kenny read him like a book, popped up close based on the cross. Guardian tried to take the shot, and Kenny just responded. So Kenny's back toward long, as we can see, and it's pistols right now for NaVi. And they're regrouping toward mid, but Apex and Maniac are already both there. Should be easy work for them. Existence chimes in with one as well. That's Zeus to drop at the barrel of his gun. And they're still waiting because NaVi is completely unsure. And look at this, Maniac and Apex are all the way up. This is just great defense right now from Titan, reading the times to push and how to be aggressive and when to be aggressive. And Maniac gets away with one there as C's not able to take him down with the pistol. So excellent round from him, all four down in his regard. And again, it's just so good from them in this calculated push.
Yeah, they're just really playing efficiently, and they're doing it together. You never see one of the Titan members actually go off alone. Whenever Apex pushes into mid, he has Maniac with him, he has Kenny S with him, or he has Existence holding off that top mid for him. So they're just playing really well as a team right now. And again, we see NaVi, they're trying to push out long, and Titan, once again, completely willing to just let them have that.
And the interesting thing is with that double smoke, they're spamming away, so now this gives a little bit of information to Titan that, okay, they are at long now. They may not stay there, they may not have enough map control to force them either way yet, but it does let Apex come back over and at least be in A early on, so NaVi looking for that lucky shot.
Right now, the big thing for NaVi is that if they want to continue to do this, they actually have to get something out of it, because as of right now, they haven't been doing all that much. The guy in pit has been fairly passive throughout every round. They've actually planted one guy there. And it's up to the four remaining people on the other side of the map to really make something happen.
Guardian's going to try with his op this time to get a shot, but Kenny finds him again, so 2-0 Kenny S in the one-on-ones with the ops, and tries to get a second shot on the player dropping. That was Zeus. Pardon me, that was Edward. I thought it was Zeus because I thought he actually hit that lag, but Zeus was on Cat. He's down now, and Maniac again with a double. The assist for Kenny's second one, so they've each got 2 apiece. As Edward waits it long, tries to find another one, picking up that off from Guardian. Tags going his way, no armor, so that slows him down significantly, but he does at least get Apex, but look at this. They're already behind him. That pop flash out Tries to fire away. Maniac's already jumped across, and yet again another great round from him. So 3 kills this time, 7 in the last 2.
Yeah, he's really gotten off to a hot start, and I think that's important for Maniac. Oftentimes you'll see Maniac being one of the I guess, lesser fraggers on Titan. So to see him actually get off and actually find that rhythm early on is absolutely massive for Titan.
And that's the thing with Titan. It's normally a Kenny Horse carry, and now it's, you know, Apex played great yesterday. We saw how much that can change the team and how much that contributed to them playing well against NIP. Now we're seeing Maniac have a game. If all these guys can contribute, they're a team that can absolutely take down anyone. They're showing that right now. Again, aggression on Cat. Maniac tries to come out. Oh, Flamey took down C's with a headshot from the Tech9, so that's a team kill by accident. C's tried to cross back in front of him. NaVi doesn't need to give away handicaps right now. They're already down enough, 8-2. They've got it to a 3-on-3. No guns secured, though. They're just with these Tech9 still. Still scary enough, but they don't have the range game to work with. They try and set up for B. Maniac's still waiting at mid. RPK's there. Kenny's not rotating just yet. That might be the right call because NaVi's falling back into mid to try and get back over toward A. Maniac's there, pushing up, missing that first shot. Oh, that's important because now they get an AK from this and they split the defense even more. So NaVi actually have a chance in this round now.
Yeah, that was actually a completely unnecessary error from Maniac. There's no real reason for him to actually push out.
Kenny holding the gap. One shot and then fall, but he's actually changed. He's not up on the railing anymore. That smoke gives away his position. Guardian's going to go right through it, but Kenny's already found Zeus and Long. Can he find more? Looks over, not able to do it. Couldn't hit the second shot, so Guardian finds him, and now it's just RPK left, and he's got to come the long way around from B. Bomb's still not planted, and he's actually already toward Catwalk, so he may get there quick enough, but Guardian's looking that way. And as soon as he comes up the stairs, oh, what a shot. RPK takes down Guardian. There's the rifle of old days, but not enough. Edward with the op. And NaVi find themselves the 3rd round in this game.
Yeah, and that should have been Titan's round. Maniac pushing somewhat unnecessarily into mid there. Like, maybe he wanted to gain info. In a situation like that, up against Tech9, I don't think that's necessary, as long as you have the potential to actually back off. And he put himself in a position where he had absolutely nowhere to go. And that cost Titan ultimately the round. And you can see Spawn NaVi swapping things around, making sure that Guardian is the one holding the op, which is never a bad thing.
Yeah, they need to get his op out consistently, and he needs to find kills, though. He hasn't exactly, like we said, found them against Kenny.
Yeah, he's been running into a brick wall so far in this game, and I'm expecting NaVi to change things up. So far, we've seen, well, mainly NaVi try to push towards the A bomb site. We haven't seen them towards B, and this might be what Titan are expecting at this point. It hasn't really been working out for them towards the A bomb site, so maybe they're going to change things up. So you can see the 3-stack towards the B bomb site from Titan right now.
So Kenny initially fell toward mid, and that left 4 players on the B side, but he's come back over to A now, as we can see.
And this is
3B, and they're actually coming back. NaVi's coming back toward them, so this could work well for Titan.
Yeah, the only issue really for Titan is that they don't really have any nades. They don't have that many nades. There's Existence, Molotov, and then 2 flashes, but
and they just used the last smoke.
Exactly, and one of those flashes that they have left is over towards long with Maniac.
So it's that Molotov for Existence that's going to have to be well-timed. He does try and, actually goes for the flash, but they come in and it's a crossfire. RPK's got one. Kenny S found the one lurking player, and look at Apex just mow them down. 2 for him.
So NaVi's first real attempt towards B goes right into a bit of a blender. That's unfortunate, but that's what Titan are able to do, really. They can read you.
And not only that, it's the confidence they have in Kenny to say, all right, you go towards long, you and one other player can easily hold long. It's such an open corridor. You've got the op, you're the best op in the world. We'll just go play B. We don't need to be there with you. Whereas a lot of teams would leave that one swing player and go with a 2-stack in B. If those 2 players go down, the retake on B is so hard, so you don't even have to play for a retake when you've got 3 inside the house.
Yeah, and the way they're playing it is, well, they're obviously giving a lot of the responsibility to Kenny, which is not the worst thing in the world. One of the coolest things is the fact that Maniac is playing so passively on long, not really trying to contest anything at all, just letting them have whatever they want because he knows he has Kenny on the bomb site. And as long as they have one of the guys in mid, somewhat, scouting every now and again, making sure that NaVi are not getting in free passage up to short, Kenny's fairly safe. And Kenny can actually deal with situations where he gets sandwiched on the bomb site. And if everything goes the wrong way for Kenny, he can't hit his shot or anything like that, he still has Maniac by that, bus stop, as we call it, that by the cars, ready to really help him out from long or short, if NaVi pushes up. So Titan are just playing this really nicely as of right now. They're not giving NaVi any easy frags. The first frag that you have the chance of getting is Kenny S with an AWP, and normally that doesn't go too well for the opponent.
No, not at all. And in fact, it's discouraged Guardian a little bit because we've only seen him take that mid pick once. And Kenny instantly took him down, and it was actually a Smith-style play, maybe just a French-style play. Yeah, flash pick and also baiting that first crosser. So Guardian started to trace, and then as soon as he went to take the shot, oh, there's Kenny. Down he went. Couldn't adjust fast enough for that second player. And as a result, the only other time we've seen him bring out the AWP, he's actually headed toward A long to try and find a pick, and they aren't exactly, interestingly enough, playing that aggressively off the start. They're being more passive at their A, which we don't see as much anymore. We actually tend to see Nip's case, they run 3 up. TSM was doing a little bit. They run 3 up long instantly, contest that door because it's going to be your first battle based on spawn timing, and then fall back and play the A site. And if that's the case, then Guardian could find a pick, but they're not giving them that chance. They're not even coming near that wall. In fact, they're smoking off the corner more times than not, as we saw NaVi try to spam through it that one round, which let Apex come over to A.
Yeah, exactly. And that's just a really cool way to see how NaVi deals Titan deals with NaVi's playstyle.
So we did have a little pause there, obviously. Hence why we rambled on, but things are back underway, and we can hear the applause from the crowd. They want to get this going, and they want to see the home team come out with a few more rounds than just 3 right now. Round 13 underway. We're going to need more before the end of the half. Excuse me, as Kenny is back toward long again. That smoke's going to go out. Kenny's trying to fire through it. He finds the first. That's Edward, but he can't fall back inside the site fast enough, missing that jump, and the pistol will take him down from Flamey, who needs to be strong like yesterday. C's down to 4, though, so Kenny, I think, actually took another shot into him, and now it's Apex rotating around. 2 for him, and easily this anti-eco goes according to plan as Apex picks up a 3rd, and Maniac chimes in, Guardian to drop, so double digits already for Titan.
Yeah, you can see one of the go-to moves for Titan with Kenny S being the sole man, the sole defender of the A bomb site there. That smoke that they put down on site, that's actually really cool. So basically, they drop the smoke on top of site. Kenny S drops below into slope.
Guardian went for it.
Yeah.
He went for the mid-pick that time. He just missed it, so he's got his confidence back, perhaps.
But I think it's essential for NaVi, if they want an actual shot of winning this game, they have to have a Guardian with confidence who's actually willing to take those peaks up against regardless.
He's the key to NaVi's success,
exactly.
Undoubtedly. Zeus gets tagged up trying to cross back at the top of middle, so Kenny hits that shot. Not a kill shot, but damage dealt. That's significant enough. Seized is up toward Catwalk. There's actually no one there. Apex is playing it from over by the car, so reverse angle for him. They've actually forced Kenny to rotate off, so there's a gap in mid right now if they wanted to try and use it. Existence smokes off B tunnels just in case they are setting up for that mid to be split. He wants to slow them down, but they aren't actually there. They're still trying to get a better read and more information. Look at Kenny. He's already rotated all the way around and up close, and he's got 2 just in front of him, but again he misses a shot, so there it is. Guardian finally gets the better of him, and now NaVi, this is what they need. An opening pick for them into the A site. Apex has to fall back and try and hold off 3, and from that angle with a rifle, it's not as effective as the AWP, because if you miss any shots at all, that's exactly what happens. They just keep pushing you, and Seized finds 2 as a result. Existence, RPK, your 2 B players have to come back and try and retake in a 3v2 post plant with good positioning from NaVi. Nice flash, though. Existence gets Edward, so now it's 2-on-2. Guardian missing the shot. They've come up around. They get one player up toward elbow, but Seized isn't done. Another great kill for him. And Titan can't find the opening, but it's RPK, and I have to say, this is the best I've seen him play. Is he going to hold this? He may hold this. I don't think Guardian's expecting it. There it is. Finally, Guardian comes around. A low HP Guardian, only 50 for him. It could have been a fight worth taking with the rifle, but there wasn't a lot of time, so RPK thought he might actually win the battle of wits there.
Yeah, and Guardian is a firm believer of pros don't fake. That's what it comes down to. But again, that looked like a really solid NaVi round. They finally actually got an entry onto the site. Were able to capitalize on it, move up, and actually get into decent afterplan positions. I think RPK and Existence did a really good job of attempting that retake. And it was really close. This is Existence. This is something that we haven't seen.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Seized as well through the door. Headshot.
And this is something we haven't seen a lot of in CSGO. Back in CSS, Existence was a really good AWPer. He's an excellent AWPer. He was basically a superb all-around player. In CSGO, we haven't seen him pick up the AWP that much, but...
And how great would it be to see if Titan could get a double AWP going, because we've seen how well Fnatic has used that. It's becoming more and more
And Nip as well. Nip as well. All
Forest,
they're all making it work. Double AWP is definitely something that you'd want to have the possibility to pull out in any sort of situation on any kind of map. And Existence, if he's able to actually get into this and get familiar with the CSGO AWP, that could be massive for Titan.
And there it is, another one for him. So 3 in the round. Zeus drops. That's bomb as well. I'm not sure that Existence did spot that or not, but meanwhile, NaVi's trying to at least get up middle right now. That's still an op in the hands of Edward, and there it is. Kenny S down, so he actually catches Kenny off. He wasn't expecting him there, and he's going to get a double. Finally, Apex puts him to sleep. Euthanization as Flamey's on 8, and he's going to drop. So 11-4 at the end of the half, and I want to make a note right now that Flamey yesterday was awesome, and I said it in the pregame on the analyst desk that Inferno had always been great for him. Dust 2 was a struggle. Yesterday, he looked amazing on Dust 2. He had one of the best games I think I've ever seen him in his Hellraisers days included. Today, 1 kill at halftime.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of the issue that you're going to see with Flamey and NaVi having going forward, the fact that they're not really meshed perfectly yet. And Flamey is the kind of player who can, well, similar to what we saw Cease do for NaVi previously, he's a bit of a roller coaster player. He can give you 35 one day, and he'll give you 3 the next one. And you don't really have a good explanation as to why, but that's just kind of how it works out. So, obviously, Flamey not having 40 frags is going to make the job easy for Titan. But I still think that a lot of the things that Titan are doing are not allowing Flamey to play at his best as well.
Yeah, and again, T-side couldn't get things going at all really for the whole team. And I mean, if he could have just gotten 1 or 2 more kills, maybe it would have made a bit of a difference, because we saw a couple situations as Titan's going to open up this pistol round. Zeus trades him off, but we saw a couple situations where 1 kill would have changed the round for NaVi, and they just couldn't find it at all. As Edward goes into battle at mid. From that range, the pistols won't do much damage. Or will they? Nice dome shot. Edward down to 3 HP. He's going to have to fall all the way back inside the B site. Cower to the defensive C's to needs to bail out his friend. Apex is swarming. He's going to come up window, and yeah, easy shot with Edward on that low HP, so it's all seized, and look at this. Kenny's already in the site. Seized is falling outside the doors just because he can't stay alive in there against that many men. So he'll go for the retake with his teammates. That's a very low player in Apex in the closet right now, but he can't find the shot, and Apex actually gets the better of him, so Existence comes around. This will take down your last 2 rotators, and Zeus wants to at least stay alive long enough to get at least 1 more kill, but won't get it. He's down and out. So Titan, another pistol round, 12-4. This is looking great for them on the first map, and the home side, the crowd not even into it. They need to get them alive here. Maybe the crowd's going to be the one that's responsible for being that 6th man in this case.
Oh, well, they definitely need it at this point, and it was weird to see, because as soon as Edward went down there in mid, you didn't see any sort of response from NaVi. No rotation coming in, really. You had Guardian kind of watching towards mid, but not really coming over to actually help towards that B-bomb site. So the 2 members from NaVi were left in a dire situation, and you can't really expect them to do, well, all that much against 4 Titan players coming bomb rushing into the site.
Little scout exchange at mid. Guardian and Kenny having some fun, but Kenny gets the better of that because Guardian's down to 22. He'll fall towards B, which is a decent spot to play behind the box, and Seized is actually, with the C-75, going to start off this eco round well as he takes down Apex, but look at him, 1 HP. Perhaps it's all he'll need. But watch out, Zeus, because you've got company. He's going to pop up and realize that quickly, and unfortunately his company isn't as friendly as he would hope. Take him down, and he falls back, and this is the deagle we saw from him yesterday. Is he going to find the shot? Cease already finds 1. Can he get more? There it is from Flamey. Kenny S drops down, but RPK already answering, so now it's down to a 2-on-2. The good news is they've at least got a gun in Edward to complement this scout that Guardian now wields, but they're going to have to find a way over towards A quickly. Maniac has the bomb, though. He's actually toward mid, so they're going to plant B, and NaVi's got no idea this is going to happen. Yeah,
and I wonder if RPK actually spotted the guy from NaVi jumping down into Fit there. No, okay, now he definitely knows. That's 7 HP. He just has to buy enough time for Maniac to actually get into a decent afterplan position.
Well, that's the curious thing, because RPK, by sticking around and 2 players at him, he drops. Now it's a rifle and a scout up against just Maniac, and Maniac's going to get aggressive. He's all the way up. He's going to catch them off. There's your rifle down, but Kenny, or pardon me, Guardian. I'm so used to saying Kenny in those situations. It's Guardian for NaVi that takes down Maniac with the headshot. What a play from him, and again, it's RPK that goes down early, so no kit, but lots of time, and man, oh man, if that play worked for Maniac, he would have looked like a genius. Instead, it's NaVi that get another round that was very, very needed.
It's kind of a weird situation, because in a 2v2, obviously you're going to favor the ones that have the weapons, and I'm not really sure why they ended up in a situation like that. Whether or not, like, if Maniac decides to drop down into seat spawn because he wants to go B, that's fine, as long as he has RPK with him to actually, you know, cover him. And, well, they basically have to use the buddy system there. Either that or just stick with the A bomb side, even though that's where NaVi most likely going to rotate.
Yeah, there's no need at that point to stick around and try and fake it. You already had the A site, so you know they've got to be coming somewhere.
Exactly.
Stick together. Yeah, that was a curious play. But so this gives guns back to NaVi.
Yeah, it really does, but Titan do have a couple of rounds to play around with, but obviously you don't want to give NaVi this opportunity to actually stabilize their economy and consistently get orbs on Guardian and basically kill out everyone with all the nades they need.
Titan's getting aggressive all the way through mid. No smokes. Okay, there is one on CT now. It came out a little bit late. But look at NaVi. Seized already finds one, make it 2. And Zeus and Edward clean the round. And now the crowd's coming alive because that's 2 in a row for NaVi, and they need back into this now. Still haven't heard that NaVi chant they had going yesterday, though.
Now give it a couple of rounds, and well, if NaVi brings it back to 10-12, 9-12, that range, I think we're going to hear some NaVi cheers. Oh yeah, Titan once again opting to eco. They just want to get the best. Well, they just want to get AWPs really. Get Kenny S to have the opportunity to run around and get entry frags for them.
So they send out the scouts in the form of Apex RPK to check out B tunnels, see what information they can find, while the rest wait outside the long cave. Look at the swarm right now toward mid. Guardian, Edward, seized on Cat. They're all there, but Apex is going to man up and go through anyway. Guardian's going to find him. Edward, RPK down, and Guardian not able to hit that second shot, but so far the ecos, or rather anti-eco, going extremely well for NaVi as Zeus finds existence, and it's all left to just Maniac. And he's going to come back around from long and at least see if he can find one in Zeus, who's already spotted him now. And there it is. Another round for NaVi, flawless that time.
So far, well, the anti-ecos for both teams have gone very similar. Not many losses at all, denied bomb plants both times. So just a really good start, and I think this is, unfortunately didn't happen for Flamey right now, but this would have been the optimal time for him to get into his groove. He's only on 2 frags as of right now, but if he can get eased into it on the CT side, he can all of a sudden come alive.
And it won't take much. He'll feel the winds of God as soon as he gets a few kills and the crowd get behind him. That'll wake him up.
And
because he's the new boy as well, so there's less pressure on him in that regard. Obviously there's pressure to fit in, but 1 or 2 kills to change 1 or 2 rounds is enough for him to at least get a smile on his face and feel comfortable.
Absolutely. Now is the first buy round coming up from Titan. Kenny S does have that AWP. No armor though, and that's a bit of an issue. Obviously if you want to peek out aggressively to get picks and whatnot, a bit more of a tougher task if you don't have armor. Right now, Titan just taking the time. Kind of similar to what we saw NaVi do really, just taking the time.
Ooh, Apex, aggressive. He's got to watch out, though. There's still players behind, but Edward actually gets it all the way over from B. So they wanted to get as much information on mid as they could, try and get 1 kill and then make the decision, but Apex goes down. This will force them over to B regardless. They're going to head that direction. Kenny's going to grab the bomb. RPK is already heading in toward the tight corridor into B, but there's a smoke there. That's gone away just now, but there's now fire out backside. They're trying to bait out the NaVi players and get a shot, but they can't find it. Kenny's going to look now with the op. Existence and Maniac, meanwhile, have come out and smoked off CT, so they've got 2 players inside B, but they got to watch. Zeus is pushing through that smoke. RPK does find Seized, and oh, Titan looking very good all of a sudden as Maniac comes into Zeus as well. Existence gets Edward, so B's open. They'll get this plant, and Guardian and Flamey have a tough choice to make. Rise and shine, Flamey. A spark needs to light a candle and turn into an absolute forest fire if they want to win this round.
Oh man, this is pretty much... It has to be a save round for NaVi. They can't really realistically think that they're going to have the chance to retake this. And it's weird, like, NaVi seemed kind of discombobulated doing that retake. You saw Suze pretty much just running through the smoke all by himself, not really properly flushing out anything at all, so Maniac had a super easy time of actually picking it off. Obviously, it's made easier by the fact that RPK and the rest of the guys coming in from other halls are able to pick up both NaVi players right away. But still, would have liked to see more of a team effort as to, from NaVi to getting over towards that B bomb site to start a retake.
They were very late.
Yeah.
And that 1 smoke held them out. Zeus tried to push through, and Titan read that. They had a guy sitting in the corner just waiting for him to come through.
That's definitely not what NaVi needed. But that, on the other hand, picking up Existence right off the bat, that's definitely what they need.
Oh, Kenny thought he could see him, or at least thought he would still be lurking, waiting for that peek. Zeus again getting aggressive, much like Titan did on Catwalk. That's Apex down, so 2 good kills off the start for NaVi.
And a solid nade onto RPK as well. And even before the round has properly started, to put it that way, Titan are already down, and they're going to be having a really hard time actually finding any openings. And you can see NaVi right now posting up with 3 people towards long.
That's peculiar almost, that they would go 3 long late. I thought they might actually just try and push out as a team and reswarm toward the A site, but they give up a lot of control late. And Titan's already pushed down mid, so...
It's going to come down to Guardian whether or not he hits the shot.
And Kenny's already got him, so he wins that off battle, and now the site's open, and with Kenny still alive coming around from this corner, It's lethal. RPK down, though. Edward at least gets that shot. So Zeus tries to find more. That bomb's going down. He spots Kenny falling. They know where he is now. Don't peek him from long. Flamey's got to wait. Zeus needs to distract him, or at least let Flamey come out unimpeded, and there it is. They get him. It works perfectly. Zeus comes out right when Flamey gets the first shot, and Kenny doesn't know where to aim. So they'll get this defused. That fire's still on the bomb, but it won't make a difference. And there we go. There's the chant.
Yeah, exactly. And if they manage to break the economy of Titan, you know, several times, right now, Titan could potentially have a force buy going on if they wanted to. I don't think we're going to see that. I think they're going to play it safe and just go for proper buy. But as I say that, they prove me wrong. That's a bit curious, but Titan really interested in actually keeping NaVi's economy on a low, really, not allowing them to constantly rebuy with ults.
So bounce smoke from Titan out of spawn lets them cross, but an instant response from NaVi lets them push up middle. They smoke off doors because they don't want NaVi to try and go for that boost that we've seen them do and get above their own smoke to try and pick mid. And that allows Apex to get up a little bit closer, but so far there hasn't been a lot of information read from either side, just various nades going out to try and control various spots of the map. As Apex comes around the corner, they're actually going to come up cat, but Zeus is there. He waits for that first flash. Well-timed, turns it around, not blind at all. Only gets one, though, as Apex responds, so they trade that out, and Guardian's taking a substantial amount of damage as he falls down onto the boxes. Only 9 HP left for him.
And that created massive rotation coming from NaVi, so they're a bit out of position here. Cease is going to, well, stay around the mid, really. So
Guardian wants this shot long now, though.
Ooh, look at Apex.
Cease finds him. So he hasn't had any luck pushing through from Catwalk in that regard. This Maniac does get Guardian. Read him brilliantly as he tried to fall back and hide behind the car. There's Flamey, though. Finally a kill for him, and let's see if he can build on this. Not to be. Kenny takes him down immediately in response. They can't get this bomb plant in. RPK needs to come quicker. Edward's still all the way over at B. Hasn't come around at all. Now he's coming, and again, this is a slow play from Edward. We saw it at Long Cave in the first half. He's slow to arrive, and C's already down. At least he gets RPK, so he puts it into a one-on-one. So Edward has a chance, but again, Edward looks toward mid. He's not sure which way he wants to go. He'll commit towards Cat. It's op for Edward this time, not Kenny, who has the rifle. Now he's got the op. And now it's a lot more scary. And this angle is so strong in CSGO. He's going to spot him, but misses. Kenny not often missing those shots. Misses that time. Tries to flash it back in a response. He's going to hold this defuse, though. Kenny needs to come around the corner. The smoke's going to get it, and there it is. Edward, makes up for a slow rotation with a brilliant ninja, and Kenny is speechless. He stands there dumbfounded, and now we've got Ukraine alive.
The Ukrainians have definitely come alive here inside the cyber arena. And again, that's just a heads-up play from Edward, recognizing the position, the plan, just knowing that if Kenny wants to go for it, he has to fully commit, and he actually has to nail the first shot he goes for. And speaking of nailing shots, Guardian finally gets that frag onto Kenny S.
Took damage, though. Kenny actually lagged him, got the first shot off, so his accuracy's slightly off today. Guardian gets benefit of the doubt as a result. That lets Apex push across. Oh, an Apex easy shot. Zeus overcommits to the peak, but Flamey trades him out. There it is. That's what Flamey needs to do at this point. If he can't get the kills on his own, play it off his teammates, and now they've got a man advantage on the defensive side.
Yeah, and Titan only, one AK at this point. 2 Tech 9s, which I guess can't really brush off the Tech 9. But still, this is looking very good for NaVi.
RPK wants to get through mid.
Yeah, they have several nades, so they can easily smoke off mid here and go for a B split, but then they're going to have to deal with Edward, who's sitting in window, watching down towards mid.
Maniac needs to be careful. He's inside this smoke, and he has the bomb. He needs his teammates to be in a better position, and actually by coming through mid, now they pull seized off, so Maniac has access if he wants it. But watch out, because NaVi's got a lot of guns outside that wall, and they've already dropped 2, Existence the last of which, as Edward gets a kill as well.
I'm actually curious to see what Maniac's idea is right here. Doesn't have that much time, and it's almost like he's expecting NaVi to over-rotate.
He curiously goes mid. You'd think he would go A in that position. Looks at one. Oh, look at the information. The trigger control. He gets the first.
Oh, Guardian
was scoped in. How did he not see him? And also, Flamey turns around and kills him. But Guardian, what were you doing?
That could have ended really poorly for NaVi right there. No, I thought we were going to see a similar situation to what Guardian did on Overpass last night, where he just scoped in on the guy and just followed him for a good 5 seconds before he actually pulled the trigger, execution style. Yeah, he just really didn't see him.
Thought maybe he was going for the knife because I knew he was there, but I thought, when I looked at the minimap, I said, okay, he's checking A right now, so he'll turn around. But man, he wasn't. He was just looking and scoped in, didn't see him at all.
Eco coming up from Titan. No armor this time. Have invested in 2 flashes, a nade, surprisingly, from Apex, and a couple of Tech 9, a pair of Tech 9s. Shouldn't be able to do all that much here, but we've seen Tech 9s work miracles.
Getting up close in mid. Again, they've got to find these close battles with these pistols, so it's Catwalk that they want to try and take with force. Apex going to be the first man in again. There he is around, and again goes for this drop. This time it might work because he's found Zeus not prepared at all. So Guardian falls all the way down long, and they'll play for reverse. They'll extend the length and use the rifles to their advantage. Seas gets the first, but the bomb does go down. That's important on this eco.
Yeah, and Kenny's already in CT spawn.
Edward, though, finds him. So they'll claw back in with one. Bomb still ticking. Flamey coming up from long. Edward already on the ramp. RPK's just sitting on the site. He's actually going to find Edward. RPK finds 2, but there's Flamey, and now it's down to 2-on-1. Flamey's going to pursue this even further. He comes around the corner, and there it is. Easy kill onto Maniac. And they'll get this defused because it's already being held by Guardian. Yeah. And now it's 2 rounds. NaVi coming back late.
Yeah, they really are starting to step up, and Flame is starting to get a couple of frags as well. He's up to 7 at this point. Edward, though, is being the big guy for NaVi at this point. 21-17. He's just really playing well, but it's fun to see. Like, Titan have several times opted to go push initially towards Catwalk and have Apex basically do what we used to call, or what we dubbed the lemming drop. It's basically like a suicide mission, but you just try to create as much chaos as possible while you're down there. And it worked out really nicely for them. 3 frags at a bomb plant, and right now they're reaping the rewards from it.
Oh, Apex catches C's trying to get aggressive, so that's a big kill because now it's only 2 left for NaVi. Flamey and Edward. RPK finds Flamey, or pardon me, Edward rather. They'll head into B, but the bomb's all the way back in existence. He's just coming around from T-spawn, but Flamey's just sitting inside CT. I don't even know if he wants to go for this.
Yeah, he does have the money to go for it, but the problem is it's only him and Guardian who really have any bank at all. So what he'd like to do is most likely hold on to his weapon, drop that off to one of his teammates, have Guardian do the same, and then force up and do the best possible, because you don't want to let Titan get to match point. You don't want to play for overtime.
So bomb down. This round's going to go the way of Titan. Flamey will come up Cat and just see if he can spot one coming out of the tunnels, and Apex actually heading there, so this will be crucial. Or is he? He's going to fall back. They don't even want to go after him.
That's smart of Flamey. Basically just figuring out where Guardian's up was, picking that up, and if he's able to save it, that's going to be a massive plus for NaVi. But yeah, Titan 1 step closer to match point. And, well, we talked about how Kenny S would be the man to watch for Titan pretty much in any Titan game. But the case right now is that everyone else is doing work. It's actually pretty crazy. You have RPK, Maniac on 20 frags, Existence on 19, Apex on 18.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2 kills the difference between the top 4 players.
Exactly, and it's uncharacteristically Kenny S lagging behind.
And we've seen him miss a few shots that aren't normal for him to miss, so this is what Titan needs, because if Kenny can't do it every single time. This is exactly what Titan needs to be the team that everyone thinks they're capable of being.
That's exactly that. So you can actually win games even though Kenny is not dropping 30 bombs.
That said, Flamey hasn't really done a whole lot for NaVi. Has had a few good kills late in rounds, but not enough overall, so that's been helping out as well. As Guardian adjusts his sights and tries to aim down middle. Shot onto Existence, drops him to 21. Apex is already on 45, so things looking good for NaVi on the start. They've also got some information based on that, and they'll adjust accordingly. Zeus will come over with the rifle now to hold middle. Guardian back to long for the distance.
Yeah, right now, Titan just waiting to see whether or not NaVi are going to give up any kills here. Oh, Maniac, that's a massive kill.
So Flamey down again, and that's going to open up things and allow Apex to try and come up Cat, but they're second-guessing it, or rather having better thoughts, perhaps, if they try and come back and catch out Seized in mid, who was trying to peek toward that angle on Catwalk to see if they were going. Now they're going to come around the corner. Who's going to be the first, though? It's RPK. He has the bomb, but it's actually 2 entries, one from him and one from Existence to take down Zeus and Guardian, so this looks excellent because now it's Seized and Edward coming all the way around late from B.
Yeah, and they have to go for this retake. They absolutely have to. And if NaVi lose this round, then, well, they're going to find themselves in an awful situation where they have to force buy. Actually, they're actually opting to save. They're like they want XG frags, and this means that they are actually playing for overtime. And that's a massive defeat mentally speaking.
And we're going to get a pause just to give you a heads up as well, because we did see a mic problem come out, says Guardian. So after this round, we'll have a brief delay. But like you say, playing for overtime in this point.
Apparently, they don't need the pulse after all.
Oh, there you go.
So that was a quick way of fixing Mike.
Maybe just had to reach down and plug it back in. Apex actually gets Edward at the end, so that's even more crucial. Because that's another gun they can't grab. And in fact, I'm pretty sure, I don't see it picked up yet, but I'm pretty sure I saw a Scout come out. They can't even get the op.
Yeah, that Scout's going to be for, well, it might be for Suze actually, since he doesn't have a weapon yet.
Yeah, it is. So he's going to grab that.
This is not the buy you want to when you have to play for your life.
So Titan in a great spot to take map 1. Best of 3. Loser done. Winner moving on. Zeus going to start it off well, though. Maybe all they need is those pistols. RPK, though, what a game from him. Takes down both as they try and get aggressive and catch them out inside the tunnels. Finally, though, they trade it back. Well, this is the thing. C's, though, is the only one that's there right now. Flamey's just getting there to join him. And they have rifles up. Everyone alive has a rifle. So forget that they couldn't really get the guns they wanted, but Maniac already finds Flamey. He's down again, and Existence catches out C's. They try and play those cheeky positions, but it's to their detriment. The question is now, do they push for this bomb, or do they try and wait and predict that Guardian's going to come around and support it as well? And he's only got 20 HP, and he goes for the peek. Kenny not able to hit the shot. They know exactly where he is, and this is a matter of time. There it is. Kenny will not miss twice, and 16-11 for Titan.
Just an absolute brilliant performance from Titan. So that they had a clear plan as to how they wanted to play, especially on their CT side with how the setup for long, and like Kenny be Kenny for that CT side. They worked out brilliantly in terms of rotations and whatnot. So that was just a, well, I wouldn't say a different Titan from yesterday, because Titan played really well yesterday as well, but this was a Titan that were able to close the game out.
It's also a Titan that didn't have Kenny S leading the way, which is very encouraging, because if he comes on in the next game, how much more scary can they be? And every other team needs to be worried about them if that's